Good morning. It's Mama. How's everybody doing this morning? Got my coffee and my flavored water. I'm double fisting it. So how's everybody doing today? I'm going to do a little bit of work while we're chatting because I've got drafts I need to finish and things like that. Ooh, send offers to buyers. Maybe I'll do that first. Everybody likes offers to buyers. Hi,
What's
son.
up?
How are you?
I'm doing.
I thought I'd get a little bit of work done before the show started at 10. And
Yeah,
doing
actually
some.
scheduling it up now.
Are you?
Running behind this morning.
Hi, Vintage Garage. You're running behind?
Yeah.
Hey, it's not like when you and I did our show, Tommy, and it was at 6:30 every morning.
Right. I just wore myself out this weekend.
What all were you doing?
Did fishing. We had company up.
So that's right. You went fishing yesterday.
Yeah. I went fishing Saturday and Sunday.
How many did you catch?
Saturday we didn't do a whole lot. Did pretty good on Sunday.
What'd you catch? Bluegill?
I caught a few walleye, bunch of bluegill, bunch of crappie, 2 small bass.
Did you throw them back?
Yeah, I'm not into cleaning them.
Why are bass harder to clean than other fish?
I don't know. I never cleaned a bass.
It's the same principle.
Yeah, I would imagine, but everybody always says they're so hard to clean. I don't know why. I never got into it. I just like to fish for the fun of it. I don't really keep anything.
Oh, no. So you rip their lips for nothing.
No, I take the barbs off the hook.
Oh, okay.
I use the barbless ones, so when you take it out, it doesn't tear them all up.
Oh, good.
We're pretty humane fisher people.
See, I never was. I never was. I eat them. Because my job was when I was a kid, my dad would, my brothers would go and get the fish. Sometimes we all would go. One time I went and I caught 17 fish just all by myself. But when I was a kid. But they'd come home and Dad would say, Pumpkin, grab a spoon. And I'd be out there scaling the fish right along with them. Now they have fancy things that really speed the process up. But before, I just used a big spoon.
Yeah, for sure. They have all kinds of stuff now to make cleaning easier.
Yeah. You ever get a fish scale caught under your fingernail?
No, I can't say that I have.
Oh, it hurts. It's like an industrial popcorn kernel. It hurts. So what are you working on besides uploading for your show at 10?
I didn't do anything with my store this weekend, so I gotta get on that.
That's okay because you get to take a day off.
I did need it. I was trying to focus on so much that I wasn't focusing on anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that. You know, everybody gets 2 days off in a week, right? Here comes John. Everybody gets 2 days off in a week. Hi, John. But as resellers, we work every day, regardless. I took a day off yesterday. I never stepped foot in my office at all yesterday. So that was kind of nice. I was pretty bored, but I never stepped foot in my office. So I was really proud of myself for that.
That's good. Yeah, you got to step back once in a while.
How's it going, John?
Good. I got an eye doctor appointment at 10, so I've got to probably pop out of here about 9:40.
Hey, not a problem, buddy.
And I've got somebody coming by to pick up a rack that I picked up. A good little flip. $2 at the restore, $20 cash on the
You sold it for $20.
Yep.
That rack you bought. The one you thought about taking the casters off.
Yep.
Tommy, you know John, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I know who John is. Absolutely.
So we had a good little live last night. It was fun.
Oh, yeah? I went to bed early.
Yeah.
I went to bed about 8:30.
I was up doing a little listing. Glenn came by. John came by. Just hanging out. There were a bunch of, I think there were a bunch of lives last night, which, you just got to get on and do your thing.
Yeah, I laid around and did nothing yesterday. I watched some TV. I never watch TV, but I watched some TV. I watched the World Gymnastics Championship. So that was good. Simone, you guys know who Simone Biles is?
Yep.
I know.
Okay. She is this little tiny short black gal who is like so much better than Mary Lou Retton was.
She's a bunny, Energizer bunny.
She is that phenomenal, Tommy. You know how good Mary Lou Retton was, right?
Right.
Simone Biles is just this powerhouse. She won her 24th world's medal, right? And she's only, 17 or 18. And she won her 24th world's medal, and I think 22 of them are gold.
You sure she's that young? I thought she was a little older than that.
She might be 19, maybe.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. How old?
The last Olympics, John, she was going all crazy. She was 15 at the last Olympics.
Okay.
She was going all crazy so she might be 19. She was going crazy for Zac Efron.
22 years old.
Oh, is she 22?
Yeah.
Well, she's older than I thought she was.
Gabby Douglas is 23. Lori Hernandez is 19, and Allie Rasman is 25.
I didn't see any of those other girls competing.
Yeah.
Just Simone Biles.
Aren't you impressed with that? I actually knew that at rough age of a gymnast.
Yes, I did, John.
That's like,
my husband will sometimes watch gymnastics, but it's not for the sport. It's to see the tight tushes and nice legs.
So, real quick, Tommy or Kelly, I know, Kelly, you told me that you could do shipping on PayPal, right?
Yep.
Go under tools.
You know how to find the label. I don't know how to find the label because it's in my book tab. So all I do is click on it. So I'm not sure how to get to it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I don't know offhand. Usually when I don't use it that often, but when I do, I just go on Google and type in PayPal shipping, and then it gives you the link.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
I had a curtain rings for a curtain rod that I had retail arbitraged at Lowe's. I sent them off to a guy, and he ordered two packs of 10 instead of one, and I only shipped him one. And he was cool. He just said, "Hey, I need another pack. What happened?" And I said, "Oh, I've got it. So I'm going to ship it off today." But I'm going to try the PayPal because, man, you get spoiled on shipping, 16 ounces and below on eBay. And then you go to the post office and it's only 13 ounces. And you're like, man, that rate pops up quick.
Well, you don't ever want to ship at the post office anyway, unless it's an absolute emergency. You don't want to ship at the post office.
Yeah, I've got a package I've got to send to Myra Elaine down in Florida, and it's just like I've got to figure out how to do it on PayPal because
you still get the discount on PayPal. That's how I send all my jewelry. Is I send it on PayPal or I send it on a different, depending on if I want to do insurance or not.
So tell me, I've got to call or get in touch with Destiny to get some stuff printed up for Dad's Vintage Garage. Since now that, are y'all done? Are you still testing or?
No, we pretty much have it down now. I think we're safe to start distributing stuff.
All right, perfect. Maybe I'll be one of your first
Yeah,
buying.
I'll say the first few people are going to get really good rates just to make sure and run it through a good beat up test.
I used to, when I managed Fastenal, this wasn't decals, but I used to have I used to go to like Eddie Bauer and get the denim shirts that were on clearance. And I took them to a shop that would embroider the Fastenal logo on it.
Okay.
And I used to get a lot of compliments on those things. And I like your idea of getting, used shirts that they're better quality a lot of times anyway, the thicker cotton t-shirts. And
yeah, absolutely. That's why we want to go that route, because we can actually go with name brand shirts for the same price or cheaper than a brand new off-brand shirt.
Right.
So you don't use Gildan?
We will. If somebody says I don't want a shirt that somebody else wore, that's exactly what we would use in order. But I can get you, like, when it comes to hoodies or long sleeves or anything like that, I can get you much better quality if you don't mind a grade A pre-owned.
Yeah. Hi, Gate City Picker. What's up? Yeah, I gotcha. I need to pull up my YouTube so that I can pop out the chat.
Especially when you get into like hoodies and stuff. I mean, those get really marked up.
Oh, those are so expensive. I think for Todd's hoodie, and I love Todd's hoodie. I love the sweatshirt. I got it a size big. I think I paid $36 for it.
Yeah, see, and we have such a hookup on good used clothing that a hoodie's not going to cost you much more, maybe a couple bucks more than a sweat or a t-shirt.
Yeah. I like really big hoodies. I like hoodies that like go down past my butt and I have to roll the sleeves up. I just like them big and comfy and cozy. I almost like to use them for coats.
And when you order off of like Amazon merch or whatever, you're very restricted to like two styles.
Right.
And
plus when you get the shirts, they smell like chemicals.
Yeah, well, that's because they're doing it in such a mass warehouse with all the chemicals around. It's just in the air so thick.
Right. You know what happened to me, Tommy?
What's up?
I told you, John. I sold a Longaberger basket, and the guy didn't pay shipping on it, right? And I thought, what the heck? I looked at the listing, and it was fast and free. And I don't do free shipping. I never do free shipping. Ever, ever, ever. And so, and I saw online where other people were having shipping glitches, where people weren't getting charged the right shipping fees and everything. And I don't know if I should call eBay and talk to them about it, or they're just going to say, no, it looks like you listed it as fast and free.
How much is the shipping?
The shipping was $13. So
is it worth your time to spend 30 minutes on the phone?
I won't spend 30 minutes on the phone, though, because I have concierge service.
Is that going to be your biggest battle with eBay? That's my second question. Or am I going to have another issue I might need
I've got
to call in next time?
I've got a defect rate that needs to be taken off, too, from a fake INAD.
Gosh, this Kelly girl, all she does is call in and complain every time.
No, I don't complain.
That time was $13 shipping. Now it's defect.
I ask very nicely.
I know. It all depends on how nice you are to the rep, I think. But then they say they'll fix it, and then it doesn't always get fixed. That's the frustrating part. You get different stories and all that.
They always do. But see, it's concierge is different. You have concierge, don't you, Tommy?
Yep.
Now, did you pay for that?
No, I got it when I went to Ecom Chicago.
Okay. So
We
yeah,
gave out so many.
concierge is a lot different than regular, isn't it, Tommy?
Oh yeah, it is. It is way nicer. You
It
don't
is
sit on
superior.
hold. You don't get transferred around all over the place.
Nope. And they'll call you back and they'll say, hey, we talked, this is John. We talked on such and such a day about such and such an issue. How's it going? Were you able to work it out with the buyer? And it'll be like, wow, thanks for caring,
Right.
And so yeah, I have to call them, and like I had my neutral. I got a neutral from a fake INAD, and I got that removed. I said, I know a neutral doesn't bother me, but if you look at my feedback and stuff, I don't like having a neutral. And he says, I understand. He goes, it's not that big a deal, but I understand.
Isn't it crazy how quickly one little thing will like put a hole in your balloon? It can ruin your whole day.
You know what? That's funny because that's exactly what our show, me and Anthony's show, is about today, is eBay and how it can affect your mental health or alter your mood. I don't think eBay is for everybody, because all weekend, I've been fishing and I check, I get alerts on my phone and I check, and I have seen so many rants and raves and just people losing their mind over the glitches that are going on. And it's just like, wow, maybe selling on eBay is not for you.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's making you to the point to where you just don't want to deal with anybody, you don't want to talk to anybody, and it's just going to put you in a forever crabby mood, it's probably not the best thing for you.
Well, even when I lost my drafts and everything, I didn't get all upset over it. I growled a couple times.
Yeah,
A couple times, but I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, I lost about 15 drafts, and I have to go through and redo those now. And
yeah, you just gotta kind of roll with the punches, and
yep, that's what Craig just said. eBay glitches have been around for many years, nothing new. Just roll with the punches and move on.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Craig, I understand what you're saying. Question is, why isn't all support that way? I don't know why all support's not that way. I think that if you are a certain seller, either you're 100% and you're top rated, you should get concierge, or if you're a big time eBayer and you move a lot of merchandise, you should get the concierge for free. I think certain sellers should get it for free. But
I honestly think they should provide 100% great customer service to every one of their sellers.
That's what I was just going to say. Everybody should get great customer service.
I don't think they should have that attitude. Well, okay, if you sell over X amount of dollars in a year or a month or whatever their time frame would be, well, now this person deserves good customer service. No, everybody deserves.
It's not the good customer service I'm talking about. It's about removing this or doing this or taking this off or things like that. You get little tiny little privileges, but everybody should get good customer service.
I think so.
And if you've been a seller for more than a year and you're consistent on stuff, the benefit of the doubt should be with the seller, not with the buyer.
Right. Hey, Glenn.
Come on, you got a track record. You're shipping, getting everything out of the day. You've got very limited returns. And then a package comes back, like someone was talking about, they had shipped a basket, and then they returned it, and they returned the box empty, and eBay approved the return, and the box came back empty. So the guy kept the purse and returned the box.
Yeah, that's crap. Jump in, you guys, if you feel like it. If you feel like jumping in, jump into the chat, guys. I dropped the link there in the notes or in the chat.
I gotta say, out of the last 4 years now that I've been selling, I have not had I've had bad customer experiences, but I have not had a bad eBay experience. I have not had a situation where eBay sided with the customer and they were just wrong for doing that.
I have.
I've been fortunate. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. I've been really
I have on a bait and switch. I was really disappointed with them on a bait and switch, and it was bad.
You mind? You know, they say, oh, you shouldn't have to like film your when you're opening a package when a return comes back to you. That's ridiculous.
I know.
I mean,
But
it's just
they won't look at the video anyway. They
Right.
won't look at the video.
I mean, but people feel like they have to do that, and then it's just like if you're going to be dishonest once, you'll be dishonest twice, and they'll figure out the good sellers and the bad sellers. And you got to realize the small guys, the big guys were once small. You got to treat these small guys right so they stick around. That's your future business.
Right.
See,
Everybody was a small seller at one point.
Yeah.
Right. I used to take pictures of my packing prior to sending it out. I would take pictures of the packing, and when I had one bait and switch on a La Crusade tea kettle, I said, I've got my packing, the pictures to show you how I packed it. He said, it doesn't matter. There's no way to know that's the same teapot that you packaged that you sent to them. So you can take all the pictures that you want. eBay is not going to look at them. eBay knew that La Crusade was a bait and switch. They knew it was a bait and switch because I left some white water residue markings on the lid that said La Crusade on it. And I asked the buyer to take a picture of the top of the lid. He did, and it was clearly not the one that I had. So I knew it was a bait and switch, you know, because I wrapped the black plastic lid where, you know, that shuts, and I wrapped the entire spout in bubble wrap. There's no way that would have broken, and theirs was broken in half. So they did a basic bait and switch. And when you have something that's like $60 like that, and you put it up there and they buy it full price, they don't make an offer or anything, and it sells like this. The 2 times that's happened to me have both been bait and switch. Both times.
Yeah, and I really don't know how you could protect yourself from that. You know, I just would I look at it, I don't get distraught. It's just kind of, for one, I don't sell anything that I wouldn't be able to mentally say, all right, I just got to write it off as a loss and not get upset about, because it's kind of doing, how many times do you think people do that to Walmart, you know?
Right.
Buy something, swap it out in the box and take it back.
They do it to Meijer too. You guys don't know what Meijer is, but Meijer is kind of like a Walmart. It's just like a Walmart. It's a grocery store where you can buy clothes and automotive and things. They don't have automotive service like Walmart does, but that's where my husband works, is Meijer. And people bring things back. They don't even bother to clean them up or anything. They just bring them back all dirty and nasty, and Meijer gives them their money back.
Yeah. And that's pretty standard above any of the sales industries. You know, it's just what they do. So you either got to sell big enough and enough quantity where losing that 60 isn't going to hurt you, or you got to sell smaller items that you don't have much invested in.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, I'm not saying, oh, you just got to kind of shrug your shoulders and say, well, that's a loss, but you got to kind of just shrug your shoulders and say it's a loss, because it'll drive you crazy otherwise.
That's what I did with the shipping. I just did it, and I was just like, yeah, you know, I had to take a loss because I had to pay the shipping, and it was a $13 item. It wasn't like it was a $3 or $4 item, or, you know, or $3 or $4 shipping. No, it was a $13 shipping.
Yeah.
So I ended up taking.
You know, honestly, if I wasn't like busy and I felt okay, I'll spend 4 or 5 minutes on the phone with them so they can look it up and blah blah blah.
Right.
I probably would, because $13 in eBay, there's a good chance they'll be like, sorry, we'll refund your shipping. You know.
Yeah. Hi, DC. What's going on, D?
When it comes to customer battles, it's got to be pretty big before I even get eBay involved. But I have a real low return rate, And
Yeah, I do too.
you know, so when it does happen, I mean, this year alone, I've only had 3 returns.
Yeah, me too.
You know, so when it does, and none of them were like big high dollar items, and none of them were even like sneaky returns. So I'm just like, whatever. I did notice a big change when I went from free returns to paid returns. It didn't really affect my sales, but yet I got my returns like drastically dropped.
See, two of my returns were larger purchases, and no, I take that back. I had four returns. I had an INAD shirt where they cut a hole in the shirt, and I didn't have to refund them for that, but eBay refunded them, and they accidentally cut a hole in the shirt while they were opening up the package.
No.
And you know, they admitted it, and they still wanted their money back.
I did have that was one of my that's one thing that I don't like about eBay is your return rate is based on how many people open a return case, not based on how many people actually return the item.
Right. In fact, I need to call them to close a return too.
But I shipped out a crimper, a hair crimper, and it went global shipping, and the customer received it. And I know what they did. They cut the cord when they were opening the box, but they tried to say they received it that way.
Oh, I remember when that happened.
Yeah. But because it went through global shipping, I had absolutely no issues to deal with it, you know. But eBay gave them their money back, and they let me keep my money, and yay.
Yeah, I had somebody open a return, and then they decided they wanted to keep it, so I got to call eBay and have that closed. Then I got to talk to him about the defect rate, and then I got to talk to him about the free shipping.
Yeah, so if you have a few things, I definitely would call them, because then you can take care of it all in one call.
Yeah, I talked to him about the neutral feedback, and I forgot to talk to him about everything else.
All right, so I have a question.
Yeah.
I had some little rubber golf tees, you know, that you'd stick under the mat at like a driving range. The listing said like 2-inch, and I think they were different heights. So when the customer got it, he said they weren't all 2-inch, so they wanted a return. So I said, great. I said, oh, whatever. I said, just keep them, donate them, and I'll refund you your money.
Mm-hmm.
I still get a ding for that, right? For the return.
You need to make sure you
I documented it in messages back and forth.
Right, but did you refund him through the return?
I did, through PayPal.
Okay. Yeah, then it counts as a return.
So before, sometimes they'll say, oh, I don't want it, or, you know, it wasn't the color I wanted. And I said, well, what would be a good resolution? And they said, well, how about, let's say this item was $5. What if they said, hey, just refund me $6 and I'll buy the bag for $2? That's not a return. That's just an adjustment in the transaction.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I would call eBay on that.
It's better to probably do that, right?
Yeah, I try to hand any customer things. I try to handle it before they file for a return.
Yeah, they filed for a return, and then I sent them a message through the shipping. You know, where you go through the shipping thing and says contact buyer.
Yep.
So anyway, I just try to document it as much as I'm trying to do good customer service, but
you do good customer service, John.
I do not want the item back. Once it's out of my house, I do not want it back, no matter, you know.
That's how I am, especially on smalls or low dollar items. A lot of times it'll end up costing you more to bring it back, and you're not going to make any money again selling it. So I'm just like, keep it, do what you want with it. You know, I'll try to talk them into a partial refund a lot of times, and they go for that a lot.
Right. So I've got 3 dumpsters I've got to dive today. One is a gas station, and they closed last night at midnight, so they had 50% off everything in their gas station.
So what do you think you're going to find at the gas station? Gift card?
Metro racks, you know, those wire racks that have the adjustable shelves?
Yeah.
the manager said that they've got a team that comes in there that does the remodel, and they come and grab all the racks and they take them back and put them in other stores that haven't been remodeled yet. But I don't always believe what the manager says versus what the team does. And, you know, they may have more racks than they can fit on the truck. So I got to do that dumpster. I've got to go buy Fastenal, which my local Fastenal closed. And that used to be a honey hole for me.
What's Fastenal?
Yeah, I'll say I don't even know what that is.
Fastenal is like a Grainger industrial supply store, nuts and bolts, safety equipment, all that, power tools. I used to manage a store here locally years ago, and the store always didn't really have the good numbers, and I think it wasn't a productive, profitable store, and so the merchandise is still in the location, and they're going to move it over to another store, and that when they do that, they're going to dump a lot of stuff in the dumpster. I mean, I went by the other day and there was about 500 pairs of the rubber gloves, you know, the latex gloves.
Oh, well.
Brand new in the box, earplugs.
Oh, nice. See, I need those.
Yeah. And then the third one is office supply store, and that dumpster hadn't been emptied in like 2 weeks. For some reason, I even called the national account pretending like I was the property manager. I said, I'm a property manager, which I am for somebody's rental property, but not for this shopping center. And I didn't give the address or whatever. But then I approached one of the hair salon guys that dumps their trash out there, and he said, "Yeah, we've been wondering too. It's been like 2 weeks, and we've called, and because the office supply store, they're piling their trash somewhere, I guess, until the dumpster gets empty. So the day that they fill it up, I'm probably going to load my truck up with all their trash."
Well, good luck with those. I hope you find some goodies.
Yeah, I hope you find some goodies. That would be sweet.
I got high volume toner cartridges Saturday.
Got any Samsung?
I don't do well with those.
Well, that's brand new in the box, sealed. It was a Lexmark. It was a big Lexmark. I've got them listed for $82.85.
Are they expired?
No.
Oh, I got a stack of, I think it's Lexmark and HP toner cartridges I got from my local thrift store. But I grabbed them because I refill my toners, and what I do is I just take the toners out of those and put them in mine.
Take the toner out of it. I think you can even sell expired toner cartridges.
You can, but what Tommy's saying is that he opens up his existing toner cartridge, and then he'll open up the one he bought cheap and dump the toner into, because it's all the same toner. I do that too.
Do you do that in your backyard so you don't make a mess?
No, I do it in my office.
I actually do it right down here because the toner is the slightest wind and it's going to go. But I do it down here, and I do it in low light. You know, you want your lights kind of dim when you do it. You don't want to expose your toner to bright light.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah. If you expose it, because your toner will partially expose, so it won't print as dark.
I would never even thought of that. That was worth being here today.
Tommy's the information superhighway.
Aaron Marcus gave me a good tip last night. I've got some green hard hats that I dove out of the dumpster at Fastenal, and I ordered some Philadelphia Eagle decals that I'm going to put on top of the hard hats to make it like tailgate hard hats.
Yeah.
And of course, the decal's meant to go on flat, and the hard hat's a little curved. And he suggested it kind of crinkled a little bit around some of the edges of the decal to use like a heat gun or whatever when you put it on, so it kind of makes it so it doesn't crease. So that was a good little tip I got last night from somebody that was watching the show.
Yeah. There's lots of information you can pick up. That's why I like having our morning show, because there's so much information that just passes through there in general conversation where, some things though people will talk about and it's like no big deal to them. They're like, well, everybody don't know this, but it works out for somebody else that didn't know that.
Right.
But I got to go get ready for my show. I got to have my morning cigarette before it starts. I got to fill my coffee and figure out why my scanner keeps beeping.
Well, I'll be watching. Who's all coming on besides you and Tom, or you and
Destiny will be on with us this morning. I'm not sure if Nate's coming on or not. And, you know, I'm pretty open if anybody ever wants to just come on and talk about like their business thoughts, ideas, tips, tricks, whatever, you know. We want to learn how other people manage and run their business, because I want to learn so much. I try to learn every aspect, and
yeah,
sometimes they'll just mention something that they do that's like, hey, I never thought of that, and I can put it into practice, and it makes a big difference for me, even though it seems like it's no big deal to them.
yeah. Well, you go get ready, honey, and we'll see you at 10, and maybe I'll jump in, maybe not. Depends on what I'm into.
All right, sounds good. John, I'll have Destiny get a hold of you.
Yeah, all right. She gave me her Gmail, I think, and I wrote it down somewhere, but
the Shamrock Pixie at gmail.com.
Yeah.
It's just like your YouTube name at Gmail.
All right, bye, Tommy. Thanks for popping in,
You
honey.
guys have a good show. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys have a good morning. Bye.
Bye. Hi, Donatella. Hi, Anamora. Reselling addicts, that sucks.
Hey, is Donatella on here?
Yeah.
Did Donatella's on here?
Yep.
I'm submitting a challenge to her.
Uh-oh, Donna, here comes a challenge.
I will photograph my garage, and I have to admit I've cleaned it up a little bit. Couple pictures, however many you want to do, because you said your garage is more messier than that garage that was on that YouTube post this weekend. So I want to see how messy your garage is, Donatella, and you can see how messy mine is. And I'm actually proud, because mine's actually I've actually got a pathway now where I think I can park a motorcycle, maybe.
Hey, Pro 100, what's up? Thank you for joining us. Everybody hit the thumbs up button before you forget. And if you're not subbed to me, please hit that red button and make it gray and sub to Mama. That would certainly help me out. I appreciate that very much. Glenn, what was today's morning nugget? We've been talking about so many things. What was the nugget? Donna, I saw that you had a late night auction. I didn't watch it, but because I don't want to buy anything in case somebody didn't something didn't sell.
I love popping into those auctions, but then I don't, because I don't want to have to buy something, because it's addictive.
Well, I went to bed at 8:30, so when I got up this morning, I saw she had gone live. Hi, Neville. How are you, baby? Thank you for popping in, Neville.
All right, who else wants to pop in with Kelly? Because I've got to get ready to go to the eye doctor.
Oh, just go, honey. Nobody has to pop in with me.
I know, but it's
Donna, why don't you pop in, honey? That would be awesome.
It's fun having somebody else to, you know.
There's the link, Donna. Why don't you pop in, baby? Eight thumbs up.
That's me. I'm number 8.
Are you number 8? That's nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Donna. Come say hi to Mama.
All right. She said, Kay, give me a second.
She's got to go brush her hair.
It was funny. Tracy last night invited, who was it? What was her name? Bono? Bon? And she said, I was just getting ready to relax, and I took my bra off. I've got to reholster.
That's true. That's true. You got to reholster. I mean, that is so true for us women. You know what I'm saying? Because once we take that bra off, it's like freedom. It's like, you don't want
to. Not that you need to get in my personal information, but last week, I think there was 3 times that I still wear shorts even in the winter, but 3 times I went out in public with my zipper wide, spanking open. we were out, Brady and I were down at Walmart, and he was like, come on, Dad, let's go. You don't need to buy this stuff. You don't need to buy this stuff. And then I walked from inside to outside of the parking lot, and I felt this breeze. And honestly, I thought I felt the breeze all the way to the skin because I wear boxers. I don't know if it's wide open or not, but if I see somebody that's got their zipper down, I tell, hey man, your zipper's down. I'm sorry, I looked at it.
Yeah.
But I just had to laugh. I said, "Oh my gosh, this is like an old man thing, I guess. Is this just like the old man starts?"
That's an old man thing. Good morning, Aaron Marcus. I'm sorry that your anxiety is killing you. When you have to go door to door for politics and stuff like that, you just always have that fear of rejection, like somebody's going to slam the door in your face because people get so passionate about politics, and some people like me are passionate about not wanting people asking me about my political views. It's like, you know what? That's my business. It's not your business. And I had a politician. I was for one guy because he was a friend of ours. And I had another politician come to my door and was bad mouthing him. And I let her have it. I said, I'm sorry, but that's my personal friend. And I will not stand for you talking about him this way. Well, what do you know about him? Excuse me? I know a heck of a lot more about him than I do about you. And you bad mouthing him and getting in my face about him being my friend sure tells me a lot about you. So I will not be voting for you for sure. And then I called Randy and told him what was going on. He goes, yeah, I've gotten other calls too. But he ended up winning anyway. So,
man, we've got one of our state senators. She, not that she's controversial, but she's conservative, so she's always on the radar, everybody, and they're tearing down her signs, and it's just like, just instead of tearing down, just go vote or get somebody to vote for your candidate, and it's just, it's like so bad. I hate the mudslinging, I really do. Just tell me what you're going to do, not what the other candidate did.
Right. I hate the negativity that comes with politics.
And then we said, oh, we get all these circulars in the mail and the ads and then the YouTube pop-up ads and all that. And everybody said, well, November 5th, and then it's all over. And I said, no, then it's just starting, because then we're going to hit the election, presidential election. We're going to have a whole year of all these stinking ads, dishing Trump, positive Trump, all that stuff. So they came the other day and they were handing out pamphlets, and I said, oh, I already know who I was voting for. I said, you can keep your paperwork and pass it on to somebody else.
Right.
And it's like, or you could be, hey, let me grab that paperwork so I can put it in the recycle bin so nobody else gets it. But I'd rather save a tree and let them pass it to somebody else that actually will read it. So, all right, I've got to go, guys. Thank you.
All right, honey. Bye-bye.
You have a good show. Thanks, Kelly, for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome, John. You're welcome anytime.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Donatella, all you got to do is click the link, honey. Here, I'll drop it one more time. There it is. Just click the link, baby girl. Isn't John super sweet? Yeah. Now we'll roll up the leaflets and use them in the fireplace in the winter. Oh, yeah, Aaron, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I hope that Trump does not get reelected. I would even at this point be happy with even if any other Republican won besides him. But of course, no other Republican's gonna get the nomination. It's gonna be the president. So I don't know. Oops. Hi, honey.
I just woke up. I literally, I had to go change out of my nightgown.
You look beautiful.
Oh gosh, I'm so swollen. Oh my God, yesterday I had that crazy marathon. T was on with me for 4.5 hours, Sally.
Oh.
And then Tiffany came on and we sold from, I don't know what time we got off, another like 2.5 hours. It was like really like 7 hours total.
Thank you for not hitting me up to call a part of that auction. I had the day off. I took the day off yesterday. I never came in my office, not once. And I can't remember the last time. It's been a couple months since I've done that.
Good for you.
I'll tell you, it was such a boring day. It was such a boring day. I mean, I should have painted my hallway, and at least I would have gotten something done.
Oh. Oops. Hold on 1 second. I lost you. There you are. So I every once in a while I get a call from, it's this guy that buys pallets, and he basically calls me for all his leftovers.
Yeah.
So like sometimes the pallets will rip open and the stuff will spill out into the warehouse. So I may get like bundles of like 10 or 15 pieces of this and that. Sometimes the pallets are like he'll like pick through, or he'll have to like replace a pallet for someone and you know, give like a half a pallet or whatever. It's basically his leftovers. And mostly all new stuff. And last time I went, it was an entire storage unit full of miscellaneous, I mean, everything from like food to food. Yeah, like you should see how much food I got for my family. Like nutrition.
How do you know it's so good though? Expiration date?
Oh yeah. Oh no, everything. Oh yeah, everything has an expiration date. So he buys pallets from like shelf pulls from like Costco and Sam's Club and Target, and they're usually shelf pulls. So these big retailers, if something doesn't sell, if something doesn't sell after a certain amount of time, the retailers will pull it from the shelf. Like their retail space in their stores is way too valuable. Like say for example, you came out with like Kelly's cookies and Target decided to promote Kelly's cookies in all of their stores, and Kelly's cookies didn't move, but their expiration date is next year. Target will pull your cookies. Like they'll give it like so much time and they check to make sure that they're selling. If they're not selling, their retail shelf space is way too valuable for Kelly's cookies if it's not selling. So they'll pull it from the shelves and then they sell it to big, huge bulk pallet people like, and then like Mo, he goes to auction, and these guys, people like Mo, they're like big time heavy duty. They spend thousands and thousands of dollars when they go to auction and buy these pallets. So I get the leftovers. So last time he called me, it was hundreds of dollars. I bought an entire storage unit. I did a video on it, actually. It was all new clothes, new toys, and a lot of food. And so he called me again, and he has another storage unit for me to come take a look at of basically his leftovers. And it's hundreds of dollars. So anyways, this whole big long explanation was like, I need to generate some immediate working capital cash flow to go buy this unit because I really, really, really want it. And last time it was 2 big pallets full, 2 big.
Wow.
Yeah. So
get through all that in time though?
Yeah, and I don't even know what's in it. I don't even know if I'm gonna buy it. Like I don't even know.
You gotta look at it first.
Well, I'm gonna go look at it, but he's such a busy guy. It's kind of weird, like like last time, it's almost like you're pressured into buying it because he's so busy. He's like a slick Willie. I don't know. He's like a fast talking. He's like, you know, the type of person that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like fast moving, fast talking, fast acting.
Yeah.
You're almost like, okay, like I'll take it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got home with it that with the pallets that I was like, oh man, I scored. Like
Yeah, no kidding. Good morning, Nate. How are you, baby? I might be jumping on with you guys at 10, so I'll probably see you over at Tommy's, Nate.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in there too.
Lucia. Good morning, Lucia, my beautiful friend. How are you, baby girl? Tamara, hello. Thank you for joining us. We're not going to be on here too much longer. We're going to jump over to the morning show on the Bargain Effects channel. But yeah, is this the first time you and I have been on a hangout?
With you, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that something? That it's too damn long. That's all I have to say.
I know, right? I don't know why. Usually, I'm listen, just like you, I'm always like working.
Yeah.
Never take a moment. I used to have some like live things when I decided to like start this whole YouTube venture. I would go on live, but now it seems like when I go on live, I'm just doing auctions. Like yesterday we were on T's live for 4 hours because she needs the hours to and the subscribers to try to get monetized.
You've got your hours, don't you?
I have my hours. Yep.
Yeah, yep, I need my hours double plus.
Yeah.
Before I even turned 1,000, so.
Right.
Which is usually the other way around.
I know, right?
But
I was racing to do both. I haven't spent any time on YouTube to try to learn. Like I still don't know. Like none of my videos have tags. I don't have any of those little boxes that watch this next video type thing. Or
yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to set those. I got to get with my buddy who shows me how to do all that stuff.
Pat D's taught me how to do it, but I need to be taught again how to do it. And then George from What the Hells, like she told me she would do a live with me, not a live.
Yeah, I saw she was on your auction. How did you get hooked up with her?
I have no idea.
She's a pretty big fish.
I have no idea how we became friends. How did we become friends? Maybe I just said something in the chat and then I think she reached out to me. I don't think I reached out to her. But you know what? Let me tell you something about George. She is so sweet. She is the sweetest thing ever. She is just she's a real family girl. Like she's really all about family, like family first always.
She seems like she's sweet.
She's absolutely darling. She's absolutely darling. And being a big YouTube star like that, next to Jeremy, she gets a lot of ridicule. Like she gets a lot of threats. She gets a lot of she doesn't.
Why? I don't understand that. Why would she?
Yeah, a lot of people say a lot of really mean things to her, directly to her.
Well, you got to have a thick skin in this business.
I don't.
Well, I know you don't, because if you have a troll, you're more concerned about what the troll said than you are about continuing your auction. And
I don't
let it go. You need to just let it go. Like I tell other people who shall remain nameless, why don't you focus on the 1,000 people that love you and forget about the 2 people that don't?
Yeah. I'm just, you know what, Kelly? I can't change, and we've got to go because Tommy's going on in 6 minutes. But I can't, as much as people say, Donna, don't let the few bad apples, spoil you or spoil your personality. But that's it. That's the thing. It's my personality. Like I can't help not being sensitive. I'm super sensitive, Kelly.
I am too.
If I hear somebody say something bad about me, like I heard someone say something not bad about me, but someone said to me yesterday that something about my auctions and that I'm doing. And you know, it's really stuck with me. And I don't know if it was said out of just pure jealousy because you know my auctions have become successful, or if the
That's
person,
an understatement.
huh?
So that's an understatement
Thank
that
you.
your auctions have become successful. I mean,
I
you're changing the way auctions are done because so many people are now going to bulk auctioning. Everybody's doing what you're doing now.
Yeah, and you know what, Kelly? It's so rewarding. I was gonna do a short video on the thank you letters that I get from my buyers, the people
Mm-hmm.
that are buying from me that otherwise couldn't get out and source. Like I have elderly people that are in my that buy from me that like for example, yesterday I sold like 12 wool hats. At my auction, and
Mm-hmm.
it's easy. It's one listing, one post on eBay times 12, 10 times 10. They're easy to put away, and as they sell, they just pull them off the shelf, pack them up, and throw in and put them away. So everything that I try to sell is this similar. 12 of the same thing, 10 of the same thing. So a lot of these people that buy from me couldn't otherwise go out to thrift shops because you know how exhausting it is to go shopping all day.
Oh
And
yeah.
a lot of the people that I have either have knee problems or hip problems, or I've got one lady who has a sick husband and he doesn't want a day nurse. He wants his wife next to him all day.
Right.
Yeah, and she likes to sell on eBay and supplement their income. And yeah, I mean, there's the stories go on and on. It's really rewarding for me, like to get these thank yous from these
Isn't it
people.
nice? Isn't it nice to know that you make a difference in somebody's life? And you think, I'm not really doing anything special. I'm just coming on here and being me and sharing my life and doing my thing. And then you find out that you are actually making a difference in someone's life. You're bringing a little bit of joy into somebody's life.
I
And
am.
it's those people that you really cling to. It's those people that keep you going. And you just need to forget about the ones that don't like what you're doing.
I know. It still goes back to what we were saying. You try not to hear the noise in the background, and just try to hear the praise in the music. But the noise sometimes it makes it difficult to hear the praise.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
you're super sensitive.
I always have been.
I've been through worse things in my life since being on YouTube than somebody not liking me. And yeah, it does hurt, but you just gotta go.
You know who I just reached out to? You know who I just reached out to who used to be like this, used to be very much like me?
Who's
Is
that?
and then she's changed. She's changed the
Who?
way she is. I said she's changed. She used to be very sensitive and now she's changed. And
Who's this?
Lindy Glenn.
Oh yeah.
She used to be so super sensitive, like she would get she used to get emails or kind of hate mail, or people would say things, and her whole expression would change. And this was early on. Like I've been watching Lindy forever, and I just reached out to her because I'm like, like how did you change? Like how do you change that? Like I don't know how to change my personality.
What'd she say?
No, she hasn't responded yet. She's really, really bad with social media.
Well, you know why? It's because like when I got to know Lindy, it was back when she had 3,000 subscribers. So I mean, I built a relationship while she was growing, and then we would talk, and then I got to meet her at eBay Open, and I was just saying on my live the other day, I've got to hit her up because I haven't messaged her in months and months and months. But I mean, she hasn't messaged me either. But she's a lot happier than I am, you know. But I've got to hit her up and see how she's doing and everything. I know she loves doing the liquidation palettes and stuff with the makeup and all that. I know she loves doing that.
Yeah, she's buying like
Honey,
three pallets at a time, and for a while there she was liquidating out two pallets to like her viewers, and then just keeping one to sell. for herself to pay for the she was selling the 2 pallets, and so the 3rd pallet was all like gravy for her. It was just all profit.
Right, right.
She had a nice little thing going too. Where she wasn't doing it at auction. She was actually just setting a price per box, and she'd give you so many pieces in the box. So, yeah, she was pretty successful at doing that. I don't know if she's still doing that, to be honest with you. I think that she may have stepped away from doing that.
Yeah, she's blown up, that's for sure.
Well, she's a sweetheart.
Oh, she is a sweetheart. She is very sensitive. When it comes to her kids, she's super sensitive. Super sensitive. But she is such a sweetheart.
I don't have to worry about my kids. They're Vikings. They can take care of themselves. No one can say anything. Doesn't matter. It's about
It's 10:01. We got to jump over to Tommy's channel.
Let's go.
See you over there.
All right, bye, sweetheart.
Everybody jump over to the Bargain Effect, and let's go support Tommy. I'll be jumping on over there. So, all right. Let's do this again, Donna.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, you and I together. Hit me up when you have a chance, and we'll do it, okay?
Okay, I would love that.
I love you, Donna.
Love you too, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, guys. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you over at Tommy's.